All right, hello folks. I am doing a video here this evening in regards to all of the turmoil that is happening. I'm not going to mention any particular words or anything like that. I know that YouTube and other social media is being monitored by certain people in government and whatever, and I'm not looking to cause any panic here or anything, so I'm just going to avoid using certain lingo. And what I really need for you to do is stick with me in this video, please, because this is very, very important for what I want to share. And particularly if you are a member of the occult community, I'm really going to ask everybody to I don't know if this is going to happen, but I'm really looking to try to get this out to as many people as possible for a world healing ritual. And again, I really need you to stick with me and listen to this until the end, because this is going to be very, very important, folks. Okay, so what I'm proposing is that we do a world healing ritual, and this is really going to be a path-working ritual with the Archangel Raphael, the divine physician. And I'm going to walk us through the entire process as far as how it's going to be done. If you haven't done any type of path working, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's really simple as long as you can imagine and visualize the various scenarios and scenes that are being described to you. That's totally fine. Okay. Now, when is this going to happen? I am proposing the first time that we do this ritual will be this coming Sunday, March 22nd, 2020. I will be performing at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time myself. Okay, obviously, if you live in other time zones, Central Time Zone, you're going to be an hour behind me. Mountain Time Zone, you'll be 2 hours behind me. And then, of course, Pacific, 3 hours behind me. Okay, so, and then I propose that the second time we do this is going to be March 29th, 2020, again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then finally the last time on April 5th, 2020 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Folks, the reason why I'm trying to get everybody or as many people as possible to do this is that the more people that we have focusing on this world healing and path working at the same time, the greater its effectiveness, and the amount of spiritual energy raised for something like this is actually exponential. So it's really, really important that if possible, we can all band together or get as many of us together as possible in order for this to happen. Okay, again, I know this is on short notice, but together, if we share this and we get this and we pass this information out to people that we have in the our various occult communities, we can make a difference in what's happening here. Okay, so let me go ahead and jump right in to what the path working is going to be about. I'm not going to do this in any parts or anything. I just kind of want to walk everybody through this. This video will be going up onto my YouTube channel for everyone to watch. Again, if you're part of my subscription base, please, I would ask that you join in us or join with me this coming Sunday on the 22nd for the first ritual. And then, of course, if you could pass it on to any fellow occult practitioners that you may be involved with, please do. Okay, in fact, if you can get it as many people as you can in a room focusing on this at one time, that would be of again great help, because again, it's the spiritual energy raised by the amount of people doing this all at one time is exponential. So, two reasons why we're calling on Raphael, the Divine Physician. One of his powers is that he can be called upon to heal yourself or anybody that is in need of healing. Okay, and second of all, he also brings relief from any form of suffering that anybody may be encountering. Okay. There we are. Okay. Okay, so those are the two reasons why we're calling on Raphael, and we know that there are a lot of people who are in need of physical healing right now, spiritual healing. There's a lot of people suffering right now. Okay, just because of all the batshit craziness going on. So again, we need to focus this energy on people. And not only is this going to go up onto my YouTube channel, folks, I kind of lost track there. I will be sharing this on a forum that I belong to, a Facebook group, Children of the Serpent. I've already sent like a little message off to the group there, and I certainly hope that Tila, the group owner or the K, is going to share this and kind of pass it along herself. So hopefully, people and Children of the Serpent, please, if you watch this, I would love for as many of us to get together. I know that a lot of us are Satanists, we're Luciferians, and we all come from different religious and different denominations. I don't care if you're Celtic witchcraft or Wicca or Norse witchcraft. I don't care if you're doing shamanism. I don't care if you're a Luciferian. Whatever it is you're doing, we can all get together and do this. Okay, so without too much bantering. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this ritual proper, and I'm going to kind of give a little bit of commentary here. And all this that I'm kind of reading right now is going to be in the description below. Okay, there's a little down arrow, a down pointing arrow, kind of like right in this area here. It says more. Click on here for more or whatever. Click on that. All of this information is going to appear in the description section. If you just want to go ahead and highlight everything, print it out, and then have the instructions in front of you, that's totally fine. All right. Now, where does this information come from really quick? I do need to make sure that I give the author appropriate credit, and I will do that. This information is coming from Jareth Tempest's book, Raphael's. So let me go ahead and get the actual book. I want to say it's Raphael's Paths to Power, the second book, volume 2, regarding archangels. Okay, and Mr. Tempest, again, I don't want to be doing anything wrong here or anything, but again, with everything happening in the world, I think that this is a very, very good idea. All right, so please bear with me on that. Okay, this is not a book review, folks. I'm not doing a book review on Mr. Tempest's book at this time, even though I am working with two of his books at the moment, and but we're not concerned with book reviews right now. We're just concerned with what's happening out in the world. So what I want you to do, folks, is I want you to close your eyes and just think of a time that you did something bad. You messed up really bad. You said something to somebody that hurt them. You did something that was foolish. Whatever the situation may be, just think of a time that was not good for you. All right, just think of that. Think of I know I'm stammering over my words here. Just think of a situation where you had some very I don't necessarily want to say negative emotions, but because I don't want you to bring up anger or hate or anything like that. Just know that, you know, in this type of situation, you were wrong, and you really need to apologize to the person or about the situation. You messed up, and it just didn't. You weren't looked at very favorably at the time. Okay, just bring those emotions out for just this moment. Okay, and once you capture that feeling, I want you to imagine that a brilliant, bright light appears before you. Okay, this is a brilliant, bright, divine light, and I'm going to use the word divine. I don't want to use the word God. Okay, I don't want to use, you know, anything that may offend anybody. Okay, just a brilliant, divine, white light. It's universal. It's universal light. And there's nothing to fear from this bright light, folks. Just imagine it. It appears before you there, and if anything, you feel a very intense spiritual love come from this light. Okay, just bring that light forward. Think about it. Look at it. And then I want you to say the words Naka-E-A-O-A. Okay. And roughly that translates into I recognize God, or I recognize the divine. Okay. But I'll pronounce those words as if you were supposed to say them properly. Okay. Okay, and I do have all this information here in the description below. Okay, so you can do this silently, or you could do it aloud. If you have someone in the next room and you don't want them knowing what's going on, do it silently in your head. That's fine. Okay, so just say the words Naka-E-A-O-A. And then just breathe in, hold it for a moment, and let it out. And now imagine this divine light coming closer to you. It comes closer, closer. It stops for a moment. And then I want you to envision or imagine this white light enters your chest here in your heart chakra area. It goes into your chest area and it settles in your heart chakra, and it stays there for just a moment. And it rests there, and you can feel it for the moment. And then its energy bursts forth. Okay, this very powerful energy, very divine, very spiritual energy bursts forth, spreads throughout your body and out into the world around you. Okay, at that point, know within yourself that you are now connected to a divine, to a universal energy. Okay, you now have a divine authority to be able to act upon the rest of this ritual. Okay, at this point. Okay, now I want you to think or say the word, say the name RAH-FAH-EL. Okay, RAH-FAH-EL is an archangel, and depending on how RAH-FAH-EL, you know, a lot of people think of RAH-FAH-EL as an old man. Some people see RAH-FAH-EL as a beautiful female. But right now we're just thinking the name RAH-FAH-EL. Okay, and again, this pronunciation is in the description. Okay, so just think of it. RAH-FAH-EL. And you can say it silently or aloud a couple of times. 3 times is usually what I do. Okay. RAH-FAH-EL. RAH-FAH-EL. Now to imagine that you are inside a dark cave. Doesn't matter what's inside the cave. It's dark. You don't have to worry about any features at this point in time. All right. You're inside a dark cave, and then I want you to imagine that there's a waterfall at the exit of this cave in the distance. Don't concern yourself with how you got from inside the dark cave to near the entrance where you see this waterfall, okay? Just follow with the imagery, okay? Imagine a waterfall at the exit of the cave in the distance. Just take a moment to visualize that. Okay. Now, at the exit, the sun shines through this waterfall and creates rainbows. Again, you don't have to concern yourself with how you got from being in the cave and seeing the waterfall in the distance to the exit. You just need to create the imagery. Okay, so create that imagery. You are at the exit and the sun shines through the waterfall, creating rainbows. We've all done that. We've all seen that, how, like, you know, the sun shines through your window or through like a crystal or something, like hanging up in your window, and it shines like on your wall or something like that. It creates a pattern of rainbows on the wall. Just envision that. Okay. Okay, now I want you to envision a light-filled forest of pine trees. Again, you don't need to concern yourself with how you got there. Just envision the light-filled forest of pine trees. Okay, and once you capture that image, you are now in the area where the Archangel Raphael resides. Okay, when you are there, okay, Raphael may not appear immediately. And again, as I said, Raphael is going to appear differently for everyone. Okay, that Archangel may not appear immediately, but they are present. Know the Archangel is present. Know that the Archangel is listening to you and your requests. Okay, just follow with me on this. Okay, and again, Raphael will appear differently to everybody. Okay, whatever you see the Archangel to appear as or be, it is correct for you. Okay, you don't need to overthink this, folks. Okay, now once you capture that image of Raphael, okay, they may be beside you, they may be in front of you, you may feel a presence behind you. That's fine. Okay, once you capture that feeling, you get that presence where you know that the angel is in front of you. I want you to say, guide me to Raphael. Okay, Raphael is the Archangel of Mysteries. Okay, basically the keeper of the secrets of magic and the universe and whatnot. Okay, Raphael is basically your guide at this point, and you need Raphael, or you want Raphael to take you to the Archangel Raphael, the divine physician. Okay, so ask Raphael to guide you to where Raphael is. Now I need you to imagine the path working for Raphael. Okay, and it is like this. I want you to imagine a field of yellow flowers under a blue sky. Just feel it, okay? See it. If it helps you to add scent to that, the scent of the flowers, that's fine, okay? Now imagine a brilliant white light shines on the horizon. Okay, envision that for a moment. Okay, now I want you to envision the flowers blow in the strong wind. Again, I'm sure we've all been walking through a field, on a bright sunny day, and the flowers and the grass, it's swaying in a strong breeze. Okay, that's what you need to envision at this point. Okay, that's what you need to imagine. Just feel it. And again, folks, you don't need to overcomplicate this. If you're saying I can't visualize this, I want you to tell yourself the story. I want you to think about it. Say, I'm standing in a field, and a field of flowers, and as I'm standing there, a strong wind comes and is blowing the flowers back and forth, as I stand in this field. Tell yourself a story, okay? Your brain is going to pick it up, okay? Everybody can visualize, some better, some not as good, but you could tell yourself a story and tell it to yourself, and it's going to be real for you, okay? Just trust me on this. You don't need to overcomplicate this path working, okay? Now, the final step of this is to imagine a lion standing in this field, and the lion is roaring, okay? Once you've done that final step for the path working, okay, you are now in the area where the Archangel Raphael resides, okay? And again, Raphael may not appear immediately, okay? Okay, maybe before you, maybe beside you, he may be a presence behind you. Just know that the Archangel is present at that time. And again, just like Raphael is going to appear in a form that is right for you, okay? You don't need to be alarmed about anything. Okay, once you know that Raphael is there, I want you to imagine the earth in front of you, the size of a small ball, okay? It could be a softball, it could be a basketball, whatever, okay? The nice thing about angels and archangels is the more emotion that we could put in to our requests and our desires, it's like the better that they could work, with what our intent is, okay? So visualizing that the earth is in front of you is going to give Raphael an idea that you are looking for world healing. You're looking for, this is a world healing here, okay? So just picture that, the earth in front of you. Okay, and I want you to raise your arms up and either direct your palms out towards the earth that's in front of you, or if you want to put it in between your hands, that's totally fine, okay? But I want you to raise your arms up, close your eyes if you have to close your eyes, okay? Unless if someone's directing you on, with this in this meditation or this path working, close your eyes, or you can just read it. I've written a prayer out for this point, okay? I'm going to just say this right now. Okay, I've written out something that I'm going to use. If you want to go ahead and rewrite it or write something in a little bit different, that's totally fine. I think that what I wrote here basically reflects the intent that I'm trying to get over to Raphael here for this world healing. Okay, so imagine that earth and direct your hands towards it. Okay, and I want you to say, or obviously in your own words, just breathe for a moment and say, Archangel Raphael, please bless the earth with divine love, divine healing, and divine peace. And you're going to probably feel that this is fairly similar to the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. Just kind of follow with me here, folks, okay? Where there is hatred, bless them with divine love. Where there is anger and distress, bless them with divine peace. Where there is sickness, bless them with divine health. Where there is pain and suffering, bless them with divine healing. Where there is weakness and frailty, bless them with divine strength. In these dark and uncertain times, please bless all that are in need of your divine love, divine healing, and divine peace. May every person, every being receive the divine blessing and divine healing they need. May every person and every being be blessed with health, happiness, and love. Okay, and with that, that's going to basically end that prayer or that request at that point. At that point, you need to thank Raphael for doing the work, okay, for providing this healing and the blessing to everybody here in this world healing. And then you need to thank Raphael, okay. And again, you could just, that's very, very simple. Just thank you, Raphael, for this wonderful healing, to the world. And thank you, Raphael. Okay, and now the last thing you need to do is imagine that you are once again standing inside a dark cave. Okay, and that obviously goes back to the beginning of the pathworking ritual, where you start with RAH-FAH-EL. Okay, once you imagine you're back in that dark cave, you're done at that point. Okay, you could basically you're done with the ritual at that point. However, if you feel that you still have some extra blessing that you would like to contribute at that point, you can continue to visualize that earth in front of you and just continue channeling that healing and the blessing there for a few more moments. Once you finish, once you feel that you're done, that's fine. You don't have to do anything else, and the ritual is complete at that point. Again, I just want to go ahead and stress that I'm going to be doing this on March 22nd, 2020 at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then there's, again, all these extra days that I'm going to be performing it on a weekly basis over the next several weeks. I really, really hope that everybody that sees this video, please share it with other people in the occult community. If you know that you have other people of other faiths that want to go ahead and contribute, by all means, go ahead and share with them. There's no reason why anybody wouldn't want to really do this, unless if they're just like a complete dick. All right, I mean, come on. So with that, folks, thank you for watching. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video now, get this loaded up, obviously to YouTube, and then get it over to my Facebook group, Children of the Serpent. And again, please share this, folks, and I look forward to doing this here on March 22nd, and then the following weeks thereafter. So with that, folks, have a great evening. Thank you very much for joining me. Take care. Infernal blessings. Bye.